Welcome back. We're joined by Sandy Vollo from Abbott Wealth Management for our next installment of Your Wealth. Thank you for being here today.
My pleasure.
Yes. Now, last week when Mark Bertoli was on the show, we were talking about how our largest asset is being our income earning capacity. Some people might not think that. The first response might be my house, my vehicle, but it's our ability to make money. So let's talk a little bit about how to protect that.
Actually, and that's totally correct. Most people do think their biggest asset is their home or their residence. Totally, it's their income earning capacity. Now, if you have children, you do, Susan, I do, you want to make sure that if something happens to you, you have continuing income for them, that they can be educated. Maybe their caregiver, if you're not around, has the money to be able to raise them. Many products available out there, life insurance being number one, disability insurance should you become disabled, or critical illness if you're diagnosed with a terminal illness. That's becoming very popular, and the stats are, I mean, you're far more likely to have a critical illness than to actually pass away.
And you did provide some numbers about that.
Yes.
A male of aged 40 has a 2% chance of dying before reaching the age of 65, but regarding critical illness, that risk is 10 times more.
Exactly.
That's substantial.
Yeah, it is substantial. And actually, if you were working with your financial advisor and she was designing a plan for you, and now they become a lot more flexible, the insurance companies. So you can build a plan that covers you for like life insurance, critical illness, disability, put your spouse on, your children if that's important, and you can build it all under one plan. Kind of is more budget friendly, and it avoids some costs. So, you know, life insurance is probably the least costly of all of the coverages that you could put in place, but definitely they all are very important in your risk management. Mm-hmm. Advisors now have the tools that they can put your data into a program and actually tell you, what the appropriate amount of coverage would be on your life. And it's important to really take that into consideration. I'm a big proponent of that. Mm-hmm. And your advisor can walk you through and design a plan that's budget friendly if you're on a budget.
So if you get into an accident and you hurt yourself, you haven't died, so that's not life insurance.
Yeah.
You can actually insure so that you still get enough money a month to pay your bills.
Exactly.
For as long as that takes to recover from.
Yes. And like critical illness, it provides you with a lump sum benefit should you be diagnosed. There's a survival period, like it's either 30 days depending on the illness. Some of those waiting periods are longer, but it does provide you with a lump sum payment, and you can use that any way you choose, whether it's to seek specialists to pay your spouse's income because they're now home taking care of you, to go on a trip around the world if that's something you want to do. There's no restrictions. It's tax-free benefit. Mm-hmm. Definitely a very popular insurance product to put in place on your life to protect your income.
Interesting.
Yeah.
One more topic that we're going to cover, the fact that some people may not know there's a savings plan available to persons with disabilities that is partly funded by the government.
It is. It's the Registered Disability Savings Plan. It's for people actually that are eligible, have to be eligible for the disability tax credit, have to have a valid SIN number, be a resident of Canada, and be under the age of 60. So if you were to open up one of these plans, the government will fund it anywhere from 100 to 300% of what your deposits are. So it's a great vehicle. A lot of people don't know about it. It's good for even employers to know that it's there for any employees they have that may have disabilities.
All right, and we may expand on that topic next week. You're
definitely
back with us next week too, aren't you?
I am.
Awesome.
I am.
And then, of course, this segment always includes a question, and we encourage you to send your questions in. No question is too simple or too difficult. We'd love to try and break it down for you. Here is this week's question, and that is, what is the maximum net invested amount that an individual person can have in their tax-free savings account in 2014?
Okay. The actual net invested amount at the end of, say, 2014 is $31,000 per individual. So that started in 2009, and they started at $5,000 a year. So that continued for 2009, 10, 11, and 12. And then in 2013, they raised the amount to $5,500, and that is the same for 2014. So we're just we'll be finding out in January whether they raise that limit again. Hopefully they do.
Absolutely.
We'll see.
Excellent. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you, Susan. It was great.
Very informative. We're out of time. However, as I mentioned, we would love to hear your questions, and you can email them directly to Abbott Wealth, info@abbottwealth.com. The phone number is there as well. We're back in 2 minutes. Stay with us.